So, the Premier League has come to an end and City have won the league. Who saw that coming? So this video is about rating every team's season performance, going from really bad to a team of the season contender, and we're going to pick one team that is going to be my team of the season. So we've got 5 tiers. We've got shocking, disappointing, about right, good outing, and team of the season contender. There we go. We've got team of the season at the top. So that is the team of the season. So Bournemouth. This is, I'm not going to lie, this is very interesting. I know they lost 9-0 to Liverpool, right? I know they did. I know they've had some shocking results. But they finished 12th in the league. I might put them as good outing. Good outing. They're not a team of the season contender, but it is an amazing season for them, to be honest. Arsenal. Now, this is going to be very controversial. I know they took City to the last game of the season. I know they did. But they also did really... I wouldn't say they did good in the Champions League. They didn't do great. I want to put them in good outing. I don't think they did that great. They haven't won anything. I'm actually considering putting them in about right. Aston Villa has to go in team of the season contender. Like, what can we say? They came 4th in the Premier League. Last year they came 7th. They came 4th this year. Like, they literally were top 4. They've got Champions League football. Like, that just shouldn't be happening. Aston Villa, props to them. That is an amazing season. Oh, now Brentford, I think it's a bit disappointing, to be honest. They came 9th last year, and now this year they've come 16th, I think. They've lost a lot, and they're not going to get any better. They could be down for relegation next year. Stay tuned for my Premier League predictions coming soon. Whew, I think we've got 2 in a row here. Brighton. Now, last year they finished really highly. They finished 6th last year. This year I think they finished 11th. Very poor. They did lose a lot of players though, so it's, I want to say about right, but like, I'm going to go about right. I'm not going to be too harsh on them because they have lost a lot of players, and you would expect that from them. You won't expect them to challenge for top 4. Burnley, what can you say? I know they got relegated, but it's just disappointing because they weren't shocking. Like, they were just, like, you'd expect them to go down, and it was disappointing. They didn't play good football, obviously, but they had the moments. Mark Goldbridge is finally happy.
Burnley are a team I'd love to see get relegated. I'm sorry if there are any Burnley fans. Don't worry, there's not many. Oh, shit!
I think the fact Dude Perfect owns a share of Burnley means that they should have been doing trick shots and shit, but instead they were just really boring. Oh, this is going to be so controversial. There. Chelsea have been shit for years. Right, this is my point. Chelsea have been shit for years. They were finally... I can't believe they sacked Pochettino. I can't believe they've sacked Pochettino. They were getting somewhere. They came 6th in the end, which is great. They started off being 10th. They were 10th in the league, and then they went up to 6th. They've ended the season on a massive high. They got to the final of the Carabao Cup. Sure, they didn't do much in the FA Cup or anything like that, but it wasn't a bad season. I'm not saying Arsenal didn't have a better season than Chelsea. I'm saying that compared to what you expected from them, Arsenal have had a worse season than Chelsea. Just ignore what I was saying there. Palace, I mean, where else? Where else are they going to finish? They finished a bit higher than usual, but they're literally the same every year. Honestly, there is no better place to put them than just about right. They are always about right. Okay, here's a controversial one. I know I hate Everton because I'm a Liverpool fan, but I don't hate them that much. I'm going to go with good outing. I was expecting them to go down, relegated, because they had charges. They lost 12 points. They played good football in the end, and honestly, fair play to them. They came 15th. Liverpool now. I'm going to go good outing. And I'm going to go past... I think Liverpool have had a better season than Arsenal, because we've won silverware. Oh, well, we got to the semi-final of the FA Cup. Last year we finished 5th in the table, and we weren't very good that season at all. So to bounce back like that, by players that you think wouldn't work out, like McAllister, no one thought he'd really work out in the team. I thought he'd be a decent player, but I didn't think he'd be that important to us. I'm going to say that is where I'm going to put them. Luton Town Football Club. Right, I'm going to put them top of about right because that is where you kind of expect them to be. Oh, right now it's looking quite bad, to be fair. Like, there's one team of the season in there. Like, I can't see any other team of the season, to be fair. Right, Manchester City. They've got to be up there. They've got to be up there for team of the season. Team of the season is Aston Villa for me. No one expected that to happen. Man City won the treble last year. They were team of the season, obviously. This season, they could be team of the season, but I'm just going to put them there because they need to win the FA Cup, first of all. Right, Brighton were disappointing. I'm making some adjustments here. Brighton were disappointing, to be fair. Manchester United, to be fair, they've got to a final of the FA Cup, and they've fucked Liverpool's season. But they were disappointing. I mean, you can't finish 8th, man. You can't. Absolutely cemented into that disappointing category. Newcastle, about right. The season was alright for them. They didn't do great, but they didn't do awful, so absolutely solid. Nottingham Forest, again, I'm just going to go about right, and just there. Right, next one, just out. Done, finished. Sheffield United, they could possibly get double relegation. Tottenham Hotspur, now, I think, absolutely, they belong in here. I'm going to put them there just because Arsenal finished higher than them. But yeah, absolutely great, phenomenal job. Can't say his name, don't remember his name, Postopoglu, but he's done an absolutely amazing job. Yeah, Tottenham had a good outing, and I absolutely think they did great. They're not a team of the season contender, they did pretty good. Okay, West Ham. They've always been a decent side. All right, West Ham have always been a decent side. Last year, I think, was just a bit of a blip. They just didn't play well at all and maybe got unlucky in some games. This year, they've gone back to where they belong, to be honest. So I think they had a good outing. They had a decent outing. They didn't have the outstanding. They weren't team of the season, but they got 9th place, which is solid for West Ham. Like, it's a decent season for them. And now Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, the actual season's about right, but the amount of VAR decisions that went against this team, wow. They were about right, and I'll just say there. Alright, let me know what you thought down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video, and